I mean, look at Raven. You see Raven? Even Raven's like, what the fuck? She looking like, baby, what's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Locked In. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, please, and thank you. So, you know that my channel is a pro-black, queer, and gay channel. So, this topic, I had to talk about it. It's been in the news for the last, like, I don't even know, week. And I'm a little late in the game, but I'm getting to it. It's just, it's tiring. It's very, very tiring to have to continuously have conversations in regards to black, straight, cis men or rappers having an issue with gay black men. Like, I'm tired of talking about it. Yes, homophobia is, you can find it in any person, but regardless of race, sex, trust me, it runs deep in these people. But when it comes to me being a black male who is also queer, it's very saddening to have to always feel, not always, but feel attacked by people within my own community, as if being gay is not being part of a marginalized group, as well as being black. So I'm just like, sometimes it just it's very baffling to me that we have to deal with this, especially in this time and age. Like, I think we know better. Here we go. Let's talk about the baby. Let's not even call him the baby. Let's call him Jonathan. So Jonathan, hear me out. I know, you know, I'm a new little YouTuber, and you got so much going on, and your toxic masculinity and homophobia is just pumping through your veins. But when you take the time out to come to terms with who you are, and just, you know, be happy, live free. Maybe you'll take the chance out to listen to this, or you'll look back like, oh, Byron was talking something, he was saying something, he was preaching something. And you know what, Dababy? I used to really be a fan of yours. I really did. Dababy has got some good little bop-bops. He got some bop-bops. I was just listening, well, I wasn't listening to him. Let me rewind that. I was just listening to a song that featured him, and I started bopping to it. I'm like, oh, this is Dababy, and I had to turn it off. I had to end it. First, I'm gonna play the clip of him at Rolling Loud, and I'll give my opinion on it.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas. Lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
Whoever that dude was like, oh, some of your dudes are suspect in here. That is really funny that you said that. First of all, the whole thing with the women and the meow meow. The whole thing with the women and the meow meow smelling, I'm not, because I don't, you know, I think it's not my place to talk about a woman's vagina, whether I'm gay or straight. It's just, yeah, that was just kind of like, that was kind of degrading towards women too. I don't know, I just don't. So, here's my thing. I don't know why y'all straight people are so curious about gay people. Like, you guys all y'all really interject yourselves into gay people, the gay culture, just the existence of gayness. Y'all really try to have a opinion on it. Like, if you're curious about it and you want to have your ears and your eyes open and you really want to like get a perspective of a gay person and learn and grow, that is totally fine. But when y'all start thinking and saying like derogatory and discriminatory and homophobic it's not cool. It's like, mind your business. Like, I don't get it. Like, you don't see gay people like, oh, a straight person. Ooh, they're a couple. Ooh, what they be doing when they're in there in the bed? Ooh, they're in a relationship? Oh, yeah. What does she touch? What does he touch? You know? Does he, like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like we don't care about straight people. Like, we live in a heteronormative society and world, so it just kind of ingrained in us to not really care about straight people because it's the norm. Heterosexuality is the default sexuality of the world, so I guess we don't really care about it because it's everywhere and it's accepted. My thing. I don't know why a straight man would be worrying about what another man does, especially a gay man. I don't care if you suck in the car, in the parking lot, if you suck in space. A grown straight man, I don't know why you're worrying about what another man does with their mouth, especially a gay man. I don't care what you're doing. Like, that has nothing to do with me. Like, what you do with your mouth has nothing to do with me. So that was a little bit weird within itself. A little bit weird, So when I first saw a video and I saw the backlash that the baby got, I didn't really correlate at first. I didn't really correlate what he said with the AIDS and the HIV to the gay community because he didn't specifically say if you're gay you have HIV or, you know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about that is that it's very disrespectful, it's insensitive for him to mention anything, especially since this disease and virus both impacts the Black community and the queer community tremendously. And you don't know who in your audience, who of your fans have AIDS, have HIV, or has an STD that kills you in 2-3. I don't know what talking about. But no one should be called out on that. Like, why are you you could have said anything else. I would have been fine with you saying, dang, if you ain't got COVID in here, because we just lived through a pandemic. You just got through a pandemic. If anybody here got COVID, y'all need to go, or as a joke. Or I hope none of y'all got COVID in here. That will make sense because it is still a big scary thing. That would make more sense. And we got a new strand, the Delta. Ooh, child, I can't keep up. In your camp, shit. You don't know who in your camp, who in the audience has HIV or AIDS. Like, it's such a sensitive, like, topic. And I know people who has, HIV or who's undetectable. And just for them to live in their truth and to just live out loud, and that is a big thing because there's a lot of stigmatization that goes along with having HIV and AIDS. You know what I'm saying? So for him to can you imagine somebody there that do have an STD or STI or has HIV or has AIDS that's listening to his music, that's a fan of him, that's in that crowd that might feel some type of way? That could really ruin their whole entire time. Get it? Like, why are you trying to... It just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you randomly say that? Apparently, it was for publicity. Like, I don't know. I've heard different things. Like it was for publicity. It was for publicity. It was like what's it like be a foretelling of his new song that he has coming out or his next performance or something. Either way, it's just bullshit. And the baby should not have been talking about anybody with HIV or AIDS or STDs or anything like that. It just wasn't his place. It was just mad awkward and weird. Like Dababy, what's going on with you? Like, do you have HIV or AIDS or STD or STI some type of way? Like, what's going on with you? And honestly, the whole in the car thing that he had mentioned, to me, it seems like it might be a little bit personal. For you to be that detailed about someone sucking in the parking lot, like, was you involved with something in regards to fellatio with another man? I'm just saying, because I just don't see why a man would even, like, say that or point that out. Got nothing to do with you, right? You're not doing that. No one's doing that to you, right? So why are you... So after backlash that Dababy received, he actually responded on his Instagram story. And here's what he said.
I'm gonna address this weak ass internet shit one time and I'm gonna get back to giving my love to my fans. See what I'm saying? Cause what me and my fans do at the live show, it don't concern you niggas on the internet or you bitter bitches on the internet. It's not y'all business. You know what I'm saying? Like what I do at a live show is for the audience at the live show. It'll never translate correctly to somebody looking at a little 5-6 second clip from their goddamn crib on their phone. It just don't work like that. Like, you know, because regardless of what you motherfuckers talking about, how the internet and twisted up my motherfucking words, me and all my fans at the show, the gay ones and the straight ones, we turned the fuck up. I'm talking about my boy that was at the front of the stage left over there by where I jumped at. Ask him. He got clips all on this shit. The whole night was recording. We were turned the whole night. My boy had the crop top on, front row. Yeah, out there in that jungle, in that water. Yeah, he out there. He standing on the rail, got them cutting up. He know words. I saw him. I'm rapping them bitches with him. Yeah, the hell y'all talking about? Y'all niggas, shut the fuck up. You niggas that ain't at the show. The show is for the niggas who paid the money and took the time out their life to come enjoy the show. Not you motherfuckers watching it on the internet at the crib. No, nigga, just get your tickets and come fuck with the live show killer, gay or straight. Don't let these motherfuckers hell. I say if you don't got AIDS, put a cell phone light up. I say if you ain't suck dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up. So I could drop my next song. I wasn't going on no rant. That's called a call to action. That's what that's called, because I'm a live performer. I'm the best live performer. I'm the live show killer. You interact with your fans. You get what I'm saying? Look, all the lights went up, gay or straight. You want to know why? Because even my gay fans don't got fucking AIDS, stupid ass niggas. They don't got AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't going for that. They ain't no nasty gay niggas. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no junkies. You know what I'm saying? On the street. The hell you talking about, nigga? Then I said, if you ain't suck dick in the Rolling Loud parking lot, put your cell phone light up. You know what my gay fans did?
Jonathan, Dababy, you just made it worse for yourself. I don't know if you have PR, but if you have PR, they need to be fired because you sound stupid. But back to his response, Dababy, nah, this wasn't it. This wasn't it. You should have stayed shut. You should have shut your mouth up. Period. As I had stated earlier, according to the Shade Room, HIV has affected over 70 million people globally, men, women, children, and the most vulnerable people in communities. In America, a gay man has a 50% lifetime chance of contracting HIV. Stigma and shame around HIV and homosexuality is a huge driver of this vulnerability. we need to break down the myths and judgments and not theories. And when I first saw the video, I didn't correlate him. I didn't really see him coming at gay people with the whole HIV/AIDS thing, but I can see where the Black queer community would take that personal, because there's already a huge stigma when it comes to people attaching HIV/AIDS to Black gay men. Just automatically. There's a lot of homophobic, ignorant, uneducated people out there who just automatically attach AIDS, HIV to Black men, and there's a stigma behind that. And that's why this is really poisonous to the community, especially when it just affects the Black community in general. This disease and virus just affects the community in general. So Dababy just bring that up is just really, really insensitive. And then on top of that, it's like, you make no sense, because did you scan everybody and ask them for their like STD and STI like report before they entered? And did you ask if they were gay or something? Like, how would you know who's gay and who has this disease or a virus? Like, you literally do not make any sense. Like, that's what I'm saying. This had to be something personal that went on in your life, Dababy. Like, it's okay, you can open up. And then the whole thing about like, then the whole thing about like, oh, well, none of my gay fans or whatever, they are classy. They don't do that in the parking lot. They don't have HIV/AIDS. Just, oh my God, how can you be so dumb? I know, Raven, calm down, girl, calm down. Who cares if you did that in the parking lot or in a hotel or wherever you did it? Who cares? That doesn't make you not classy. Like, you do it wherever. Like, that's how I look at it. I'm not saying like do it wherever. But I'm not judging you where you do whatever you do with your mouth and do what you're doing. That's your business, okay? And Jonathan, you rap about these things. You rap about these sexual fantasies and these sexual interactions, and so it's okay for you to rap about this stuff happening in certain places and with certain people, but you want to judge just gay men, and that's the problem too. You didn't say in general anyone who sucked in the parking lot, in the car. You specifically said men. It's a little weird. Like, that's what I'm saying. Something had to have happened. Like, Dababy may have wanted the. And another thing, Jonathan, you can contract AIDS, HIV from doing it with one person. And it could have been your love. It could have been the love of your life. It could be your boyfriend or girlfriend who may have not even known that they had it. And, you know, like, you don't know. There's people who are born with HIV. You don't have to not be classy to get HIV or AIDS. Like, it could happen to anybody, in any situation. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? It's just really insensitive. It's really ignorant. Like, Dababy then tweeted, anybody who done ever been infected by AIDS, HIV, y'all got the right to be upset. What I said was insensitive, even though I have no intention or offending anybody. So my apologies. But the LGBT community, I ain't tripping on y'all. Do you? Your business is your business. That's not a half-ass apology. It's just a whole hot mess. It's funny that Dababy's talking about this, because didn't he just get somebody pregnant, and then he was messing with another girl while he was with his daughter's mother and doing all this messy stuff? So you going around having raw, unprotected sex, but you want to talk about somebody getting HIV? What? Then you got like T.I. and Little Boozy. Then you have Little Boozy and like T.I. defending his homophobia. So I didn't want to talk about them. Like, they're just, that's a whole nother conversation. Like, these are the ones that, like, I think Lil Boozy, didn't he have like a stripper, like, his son, something like that? And isn't T.I. and Teeny T.I. and Tiny involved in like a whole case with like underage women and having threesomes of girls and stuff. Like y'all really sound like ignorant hypocrites. Like I really can't. Like y'all have your own business to deal with. Please mind your business. Try not to be homophobic. Try not to allow toxic masculinity to overtake your mind, body, and soul. Y'all straight man. Because it's like, it's very poisonous, and it just makes you guys like ignorant, closed-minded, and it kind of makes you guys go backwards, step forwards. It's not very progressive. So, you know, and I know that listening to, I mean, Dababy has always been like pretty toxic. Like there's been reports of him like fighting people, and I think he punched a girl, and you know, then on the stage he brought Tory Lanez. You know, he was close with Meg. They got into a whole thing, and he brought Tory Lanez, and that's like disrespectful after, you know, he allegedly shot at her feet, and it's just like he just be doing the most. So a lot of people are canceling Dababy. How do I feel about the cancel culture? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people cancel people, but they end up like with them like 2 days later. I tried to just not listen to him on the radio because he's like pretty much in like a lot of songs. And honestly, I'm happy that people are really holding these rappers who make ignorant homophobic comments accountable. So Dua Lipa, she wrote in her story, her Instagram story, "I'm surprised and horrified at Dababy's comments. I really don't recognize this as a person I work with. I know my fans know where my heart lies, and that I stand 100% with the LGBTQ community. We need to come together to fight the stigma and ignorance around HIV/AIDS." And she's just one of the artists that has came forward and not supporting Dababy. You know, her and Dababy has that song "Levitating" together. So I love the fact that D100 is playing the song without him featuring it. It is reported that Dababy has been dropped from UK's Park Life Festival in the wake of his homophobic comments. That's what TMZ reported. Dababy was part of Boohoo Man, the fashion clothing line, and they also adopted him. I mean, he's gonna be here for a while because at the end of the day, he is Dababy, and a lot of people still support him. I hope Dababy, as well as a lot of other rappers, because a lot of them do have misogynistic, homophobic beliefs, and you can hear it in the music, and you can hear it in interviews and stuff. So he's not the first rapper who's ever said something like this, and he's probably not gonna be the last. I mean, he could even been like, "Oh, I'm giving everybody free condoms" or something, or there's gonna be like event after to educate people on HIV/AIDS. But for him just to go on a homophobic, ignorant rant on stage, it's not a good look. It's really not a good look. And you know the remarks that he made is so ignorant because due to advances in medicine, people have lived long to over 20 years with HIV. So it's just like, that's misinforming the world. It's once again stigmatizing black, queer people, men, women. There's people who, have been ashamed of having this disease or this virus, or been ashamed of knowing someone who has HIV or AIDS. And there's people who have committed suicide and feel like they're still trapped in a bubble, and no one's going to be there to help them and be there for them and support them. It's like, Dababy, this was not your place to speak on this. It wasn't. Like, it's just really disgusting, especially as a grown black man. It's really disgusting. We already got enough against us, and being queer adds on to that. But it's not a good look. So, baby, you just, it's over for you. Anyone who is living with AIDS or HIV or knows somebody that's, or been affected by this disease, there are people out there that's going to support and love you. and treat one another like the way you would treat yourself. And if you are not educated on a certain topic, you do not have the right to speak on, but you do have the right to educate yourself. There's Google and there's people that you can talk to. Everyone, remember to like, subscribe, and share, and have a great, wonderful